what is the damage right now to Israel and to U.S. bases in the Gulf, do you think?
Oh, well, the bases in the Gulf. I wish I had kept the window open that I was reading, but basically, at least three of the bases have been devastated. The Fifth Fleet headquarters, I am told, and if you look at the satellite imagery that you can find on open source information, it looks like actually the base in Bahrain looks like Gaza. It's completely moonscape. So the American Fifth Fleet. Now, I don't know if there's any because I think we might have evacuated that base before this started. So I don't want to say there's casualties because I don't know. But just looking at those satellite images, that it looks like that it's been flattened, and that's a very expensive base that you and I paid for. And that was the sort of the hub for the U.S. Navy in the Middle East for many years, and it has been completely taken offline. And I have serious doubt. I was talking also to a Middle East expert not long ago, and he was saying that with these bases being obliterated, basically to use a term, essentially he doesn't think because he thinks the Arabs are going to be so irate with us for having kicked over this hornet's nest because it is not going to end anytime soon. His belief is that once the war does end or settles down enough for us to say, "Hey, we're good, we're done," the Arabs are going to say, "You're not building back in our countries anymore." So
why would they? We didn't defend them.
Of
I mean,
course,
this
of
is a
course,
reciprocal relationship.
of
They're not doing this
of
because they
course.
love us. They give
I
us
agree.
deals on they billions, hundreds of
That's right.
billions in foreign investment in the United
That's
States.
right.
All this, but in exchange, we promised to protect them, and we didn't.
That's right. And in fact, there's reports, and I think they're credible. In fact, the Saudi official was complaining about this 2 days ago. Basically, whatever air defense systems were in these Arab countries were sent over to Israel.
Yeah.
And they actually left our own bases and people vulnerable. Our own government did to protect Israeli targets rather than to protect our men and women in uniform.
Do you believe that's true? Do you believe the U.S. government prioritized Israel over our own troops?
If you had asked me this a year or two ago, I would have said no way. But after seeing that Huckabee interview, by the way, bravo. After seeing that Huckabee interview, I can't imagine how we didn't do that. I mean, it is very clear the United States is being led around the nose right now by what should be its proxy. I mean,
Right.
Let's get it real. I mean,
Of course.
it should be, So
they're the housekeeper. We're the homeowner. Like, what is this? I don't get it. No, I'm serious.
Right.
I don't understand.
I agree.
At all.
I agree. So I do believe, yeah, we probably did. And the worst part here.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I know it's been a little while. I had to get some dental work done, and then I caught a cold, so I sounded like shit for a little while. Didn't want to come on here, sounded like a moron. So here I am, though. I'm back. Glad to see you guys are still around. Glad to see everybody still paying attention and seeing what's going on. Apparently, there's been a lot happening since I've been gone. We're at war with Iran. We're still haven't arrested anybody in the Epstein files. We still wasting countless tax dollars blowing up other countries for no reason for foreign leaders, But besides that, how are we all doing? We're doing good. It's been a while, so the second season we're going to kick off. We're probably going to do it as an investigative series into a lot of different things. I'm really kind of stuck on where I'm going to start. I kind of want to start with JP Morgan, but then I found out some stuff about Consumers Energy, and Consumers Energy is something that every single person that listens to this uses. So I'm a little mixed on which one I'm going to do. But anyways, I just wanted to stop in and tell everybody I'm still alive. I'm still doing the show, just doing a little bit of investigation before I put up the episodes. And like I said, kind of stuck on where I want to go with things because there's so much to go on right now. We're at war in Iran. And we still don't have a definitive reason why we're there anyways, because they fucking, all of the data pointed that the United States data gets shows that Iran wasn't a threat to us at all. So the only reason we're there is for foreign interests. Marco Rubio, the head of the Secretary of State, literally said that they only did it as a preemptive strike because they knew Israel was going to strike Iran. So they had to strike them first, is what he said. And then when everybody said, oh, so here we are going to war for Israel again, he came out and he tried to redact what he said and tried to recant the fact that he literally just said that on the news for everybody to hear. So we really heard the quiet part out loud. why our country is constantly defending a nation state of Israel when all they do is murder the people that are in their surroundings and cause problems to the region. Because the real reason is Israel wants to be an unchecked power in the Middle East. They want to be a superpower in the world, and they're draining our resources, infiltrating our politics in our Democratic parties. They are not just Democrat, though, Republican too. I mean Democratic, as in the scenario of democracy. They are infiltrating our democracy, our country. The list of congressmen and senators that's on the AIPAC list is absolutely insane. I have all of it. Like I said, there's so much to go into. It's really baffling to me. I don't really know where to start, But like I said, that thing I found out about Consumers Energy, that really has me pissed the fuck off, honestly. Because it's insane to me that the CEO of Consumers Energy makes $10.3 million a year. It's insane to me that their profits last year were $8.3 billion while our fucking electric bills are doubling and shit like that at home. So, I want to focus on Israel and our foreign policy, but that shit about Consumers Energy really pisses me off. So I'm doing a little more work on that. That really might be my first episode of the second season. It really might just go deep into fucking Consumers Energy. I want to know how they get the energy. I want to know where they get it from. I want to know how they process it to the point where they think they deserve profits of $8.3 billion. I want to know what the fuck the CEO does that he thinks he deserves $10.3 million a year, when the president of the United States of America, the most powerful person on the planet, only makes $400,000 a year. So, yeah, like I said, I'm still around. I'm still here for you guys. I'm still doing homework. I just made the national anti-Semite list, apparently. They've blocked me on Twitter twice. They kicked me off twice. But it is what it is, My voice isn't going to be silent. I don't really give a fuck about what anybody thinks or what anybody has to say. It's my opinion. It's my show. I'll say whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want. And if somebody's got a fucking problem with it, I guess they can come to me and say something. Don't really give a fuck. I'll hurt your feelings. So if you're going to support a genocidal country and movement, then you better be ready to defend it all the way, because I have the knowledge. I have facts. So if you're going to come at me with some shill-ass stuff that you heard on the news or you learned at school, I don't really want to hear about it, because it's probably fake bullshit anyways. I'll hit you with some real facts. So unless you're ready to have your feelings hurt, I wouldn't quite be ready to debate me on that topic. Not saying that I know everything and that I'm right about everything, but what I do know is facts. And what I do know is that it's absolutely hard to defend a country that has been to war with 8 countries and been nothing but a really terrorist regime for the last 50 years. And really, if you want to think about it, it's actually 75 years. And even before that, when Lord Rothschild decided to give the land that was already had people in it to fucking Israel. First of all, who the fuck are you, bro? Just because you lived in this time where you guys could manipulate the world in secrecy and there was no media and there was no news, that you guys could get away with running the world, and that your roosters weren't going to come home to roost, bro. Well, that time has come. The world knows. The world is awake and the world is tired and it's fed up. Mostly the Western world, tired of dealing with your problems, because you constantly terrorize these countries that are neighboring you because you think you deserve to be some superpower when you're a state, a fucking country state, whatever the fuck they call you guys, a nation state of Israel. You're the size of New Jersey. You have 9 million people. 9 million. How the fuck is a country the size of New Jersey that has 9 million people causing a problem to all these countries in the Middle East? How the fuck does a country that size think it can go to war with a country the size of Iran that has 94 million people? It's the size of 3 Texases. And you think as a small, tiny little state of Israel that you can take them on? Oh, wait, that's because you're using our men and women to do it, right? You're using American soldiers, American ships, American planes, American fighters, costing us more billions and billions and billions of dollars. We've already sent you $38.5 billion this year. Then you want him to send you another $50 billion in emergency funds. Then you get $385 million from fucking Florida. You get millions from every fucking state here. So, like, what are we doing? Are we supporting this shit? Are we supporting genocide? Are we an apartheid state? Are we the United States of fucking Israel? No. We're the United States of America with elected officials that we elected that are supposed to stand for us, and they don't. They don't stand for fucking anything. They stand for fucking pedophiles and hiding the fucking Epstein thing. All right? Nobody's been charged with that yet. Nobody's going to be charged with it. JP Morgan is funneling money for all their illegal shit. All right? Epstein was a professional fucking money launderer. He was selling weapons. He was selling weapons to fucking Iran during the Iran-Contra affair. They were funneling the money through Saudi Arabia and the weapons through Israel. They've never been on our side. They've never been an ally. Their president literally walks around reading a book about their war with Rome and says that America is the new Rome and this time they're going to win the war. Did you not hear what I fucking heard? You're at war with us, yet you're using our soldiers and our military power to boost whatever it is you're trying to do over in the Middle East? So essentially, we're just creating our own demise? Anyways, like I said, you see how pissed off it makes me. I just start ranting out. Dude, it really makes me upset. It really pisses me off that this is where the world's at. That this is the world my kids are going to be led to. That they can just constantly sell out our family members to die across the world for no fucking reason. Okay? That's a problem. It's a big problem. It's a big problem for me. Okay? I don't want to sacrifice American lives for anybody. Anybody, period. Americans don't deserve to die anywhere in the world that they're not defending home. You're not defending us from nuclear missiles from Iran. Okay? For 30 years, this motherfucker said Iran was going to have nuclear weapons. Never fucking had it. So they have Israeli intelligence so deep in Iran that they knew exactly where the leader was and they bombed the shit out of him. So don't fucking tell me, bro. That's not what it is. It's about you wanting to be an unchecked power and America standing by being your fucking cuck like they always are. Because that's what America is. Israel's bitch. Anyways, I had to take a breath, man. That shit really gets me going. If you think I'm mad about that, though, wait till you see this episode on Consumers Energy, because my electric bill is what's pissing me off right now. And I'm sure it's pissing off everybody else. My shit should not be $200 in the fucking wintertime. I'm not running any AC or anything. Like, I got a lot of kids that plug in their bullshit to my thing and leave my lights on, but that ain't $200 worth, bro. So, yeah, so my shit shouldn't be over $200, bro. I don't know about your guys' shit, but my shit is way too high for what it should be for the wintertime. So, like I said, I'm definitely doing my homework on that because they pissing me off. And like I said, this whole show is about us wanting to know why shit is the way it is, because they certainly don't teach us shit in school. They don't teach us anything about nothing. We learned about a Holocaust in school where 6 million Jews died. 6 million. So, we didn't hear about the Armenian genocide or, you know, the the Bolshevik genocide, not Ashenkazi, sorry, the Bolshevik genocide where they killed 30 to 60 million Christians between, I think, was it like 15, 20 years? You know, we don't hear about that. We didn't hear about them, you know, displacing and killing the Germans over in Poland for 3 to 5 years before Hitler had enough, you know, before he had enough of them infiltrating their country and their media and spreading their LGBTQ agenda in Germany. So, you know, not saying that I support Hitler or anything like that. I just, you know, you don't think that somebody wakes up one day and says, hey, I'm going to kill 6 million Jews, because I don't think it just works that way. Not to mention, Benjamin Netanyahu himself said that Adolf Hitler didn't want to exterminate the Jews. He wanted to ban the Jews, okay? So, you know, and there are some reports from the Red Cross and some Russian reports that if you look, those numbers become slightly skewed. So, in my opinion, my guess is it was probably something around 380,000 Jewish people that were killed during the Holocaust, and most of them died from famine, starvation, and the conditions of the place because, well, they cut off the pipeline to their food. So, that's what Israel does. So, we can't just take what we're told for, for full whatever. You gotta ask. I ask. I ask. It might be a crime to ask questions these days, but while I still have the freedom of speech, they can eat my ass because I'm gonna ask whatever I want. So, and that's what I want you guys to do. Ask motherfucking questions, bro. Like, we don't know shit. And if you think your education from school is education supremacy and you know it all because you went to school and got your degrees, that's great. You were just taught what they want you to learn. So, congratulations. You're a shill like the fucking rest of them. So, unless you're reading books or studying documentaries or taking firsthand accounts from anything, then, your knowledge really is third-party knowledge. At best, it's third-party. Probably sixth-party, It's right up there with the fucking Bible. We got God's word, but they take books out of the Bible and they change it to say what they want to say. So, how is it the truth if you're taking things out? Like, it's just not the truth, period. It's not the truth. And you're deciding for us what we get to say is what you get to say is the truth, and that's our truth because you're the one that gave it to us, right? Like, that's how that works? No, it's not. The information's out there. We have all the information in our hands. I tell my kids every day, you guys got more technology in your hands than when they supposedly went to the fucking moon. If they even did that, because I'm not sure how you guys do physics, but if you're the first man to walk on the moon, how is there a camera already set up to record it? Who's the cameraman on the moon? That's a good question. Write that down. But anyways, sorry for the rant. Just wanted to come back and thank you guys for still being here. Let you know I'm still alive. Just had to go through some shit. Had some dental work done. Got a big old hole in my fucking mouth now. Apparently I had a bad tooth or something like that. I don't know. But I'm back. Like I said, this is a warm up to season 2. That first season was just a little touch on everything, that I care about. Energy, frequency, stuff like that, man. Like, that's really what we are. We're really energetic beings. I don't like wasting my energy on this bullshit, but I feel like you guys need to know. And if you turn on the news, you're not going to get some fucking truthful news. You're going to get some Israel biased bullshit because they own CNN, they own TikTok, they own CBS, they own Instagram, they own Facebook. I have a whole list. So, again, anytime anybody wants to debate those facts with me, just let me know. I can let them know who the owner is, how much they're worth, where they were born, what kind of Jew they are. So, anytime, I'm ready for it. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here, still going to give the world shit. Just got voted onto the national anti-Semitism list, so that's cool. Maybe I'll be in the category to be voted for Anti-Semite of the Year. Last year, I think Tucker Carlson won it last year. So, but there's some good names up there. You got Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens. Hell, even Miss Rachel was voted an anti-Semite because she said free Palestine. And we'll say free Palestine all day long. Okay? We'll say end the genocide in Gaza all day long because all they're doing is killing children over there. So if Miss Rachel, who teaches little kids, doesn't have a right to stand up and say, hey, killing kids is wrong. Like, there's a fucking problem with that, bro. Miss Rachel doesn't have a violent bone in her fucking body. Yet she's up for Anti-Semite of the Year because she said free Palestine? Or is it because you're scared that the little kids she teaches might actually learn something that doesn't stand with what Israel stands for? Nobody fucking cares anymore, bro. Your reign and control over this country is over. Okay? You might have these old people locked into this indoctrination that you suffered the biggest Holocaust in the world. Newsflash for you, bro. Every fucking category of people has been suffering since the beginning of time. Black people have been suffering. Mexicans have been suffering. Chinese people have been suffering. They've been suffering a lot fucking longer than you have. And they suffered a lot worse at the hands of people like you. Who was responsible for the slave trade? Was it Europeans? Nope, it was the Jews. Sorry to tell you, it was. So you can look into it yourself if you want. Okay, every nationality has been enslaved before. Irish people dealt with it the worst. So black people are just the most recent slaves because we have the most recent recording of it. But the slave thing has been going on for a long fucking time. A long fucking time. And speaking of slaves, who are the Jews slaves to? Because there's a faction operating behind them too. There's a faction that created the entire Jewish state and Jewish religion just to keep the attention off of themselves. So, if that faction's paying attention, you know, well, I'm onto your tail. And your faces will be shown. I don't care what it costs me. Okay? It's all getting exposed. You're all getting exposed. I'm telling everybody everything that I can find, everything I can show. And the world will do what they want with it. So, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I miss you. I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad you're still paying attention. I'm still alive. Just like, share, comment, question me, debate me, whatever it is you want to do. I'm here for it, all right? I appreciate you. Like, share, comment, tell people I'm an anti-Semite. I don't really give a shit. I'll see you guys next time.